I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.
It's Saturday night in San Antonio, and a spot in the Sweet 16 is on the line. Hardin-Simmons against Trinity for the third time, but none more important than this. I'm Brian Yanselson, joined by Reed Rosales, ready for what should be another exhilarating matchup.
Absolutely, Brian. And there is trouble brewing in Texas. These are two teams that have played earlier in the year, and the Cowgirls, I think, are looking to get back at Trinity in probably the most important game of the second round.
Natasha Blizzard, who will tip it off for the Cowgirls, said yesterday they are on a revenge tour. They beat Redlands yesterday and now take on the host Tigers. It is Blizzard, it is Milton, and we are off. Tip-off goes to Maggie Shipley, and Maggie Robbins takes over for the Trinity Tigers. Robbins with Shipley, Milton, Napoli, and Addie Putnam. And the first possession will be a pass to Milton. Now Napoli coming in from the corner. Out to Putnam. Tigers on offense. Throw it away. Don't know if anybody tipped that one, and they didn't. So that's an early Trinity turnover. Hardin-Simmons takes over.
Backcourt violation. Hardin-Simmons ball.
For the Cowgirls, Paris Kaiser, Hallie Edmondson, Paris Parmer, Natasha Blizzard, and Samantha Tatum. Both teams going with the exact same starting five as yesterday. A three right away goes down for Paris Parmer. Shipley going quickly the other direction and gets to herself. Both teams wanting to go, go, go. Hallie Edmondson takes the outlet pass. She's between two. Wild layup attempt, no good. And the Tigers take over. But a double dribble called on Ashlyn Milton. We'll keep it with the Cowgirls. I think it's evident what pace we're going to be at tonight, Reed.
Yeah, it's going to be fast-paced. And when Hardin-Simmons played Redlands, they were red hot along with Redlands. That's what kept them in that game. They're looking to continue that hot streak tonight.
Kaiser gets it into Parmer. Edmondson trying to jet past Robbins. Now Kaiser will spot up. Her three off, but Blizzard gets the offensive board. And we are already seeing a very different Hardin-Simmons game plan as they throw it away, but this one was tipped. Held ball, though. We'll keep it with Hardin-Simmons. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Yesterday, Reed, though, the Cowgirls took 5 threes and made 2 of them. Fewest attempts, fewest makes all year. Already 2 of them make it 3 here from Edmondson. It'll be off the rim, a miss. Ball saved by Putnam, but Kaiser right there for it. Parmer resets, finds the lane. Doesn't find the bottom of the bucket, though. Robbins clears the board. Clearly, Hardin-Simmons wanting to shoot more from distance. Meanwhile, nothing has changed for Maggie Shipley. A quick 4 for her. She led with 18 last night in the Tigers' win over UT Dallas. And she puts Trinity up 4-3, just 2 minutes gone by.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of offense. These are 2 of the best offenses in the entire nation going against each other.
Another hell ball. This one will go to the Tigers.
Hell ball. Possession Trinity.
As you might be able to tell, the theme tonight, maroon out after a wide out yesterday. Students still filing into CalGuard Gym to support the host Trinity Tigers, the number 5 team in the nation. Robbins rejected by Natasha Blizzard. What a stellar matchup, not only from what we have seen from both teams, but the stats don't lie. This is the number 12 team in Hardin-Simmons, number 5 in Trinity. Stars on display tonight for sure. Robbins loses the dribble, and Edmondson has nothing but open lane ahead. But Napoli gets in the way, and now Putnam strips it back. Josie Napoli never gave up there, and her defense messed up the layup just enough. Now Shipley right into Edmondson, won't fall, but there's Putnam for the board. Although she stepped on the baseline, so it'll go to Hardin-Simmons.
And right now we're seeing a lot of turnovers early on, and that's going to be the fast-paced offense they're going to be a lot of lost balls, not because these teams aren't good at handling it, but because these teams are going to look to make big plays.
At Edmondson, dangerously there along the half-court line. Although Samantha Tatum will get the three. Hers is off. And so just one going down for the Cowgirls from deep. Napoli finds Putnam, who puts it down for two. The danger of those threes for Hardin-Simmons, the long rebounds will allow the Tigers to run, and that is exactly what they want to do. Blizzard has it across half court. She is doubled immediately and finds Tatum open in the paint for a couple.
Samantha Tatum.
Shipley going at Blizzard, now gives it up to Putnam, swings it over to Napoli. Fake the three, now the floater. Nothing but the bottom.
With the floater.
Long pass to Blizzard, 2-on-1, right back to Natasha, who has it swatted away. Addie Putnam said, not in our house. And both sides have had stellar blocks early on.
Yeah, and you're seeing Hardin-Simmons doing something very similar to what UT Dallas did to the Tigers yesterday. They're going for those touchdown passes.
2 points on the mid-range look for Parmer, who was a little quiet offensively yesterday. The reigning ASC Player of the Year last year, making the first team yet again this season. Putnam has been busy early, can't get that layup to go in. And now Sheree Wilson loses the dribble, newly into the game. Finds Tatum in the corner for three. That's a triple for Tatum.
The corner, Samantha Tatum.
Samantha Tatum had just 3 points all of yesterday. Well, 3 quickly in the first quarter. Hardin-Simmons 10, Trinity 8. Shipley going to work, tries to scoop it home, but Blizzard there defensively. Kaiser directing traffic, runs into Milton, who's going to be called for a foul.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 30, Ashlyn Milton. Her first, Trinity's first.
First foul against either side. So Sheree Wilson will bring it in from the baseline. Blizzard being given room. And way off on that jumper. Natasha Blizzard and Paris Kaiser, both 18 points yesterday to lead the way for the Cowgirls. Milton drives baseline, wraps it around to Napoli. She's trying to find a corner underneath Tatum, but can't finish. Loose ball and a foul. We'll stick it right here with the maroon and white.
Yeah, and we're still seeing this fast pace of play. And right now, what the Tigers need to do is they need to start getting the offense clicking a little bit. There's been a lot of maybe not well-received passes so far that have gotten away from both teams.
So we find ourselves at the first media timeout. Hardin-Simmons 10, Trinity 8. We mentioned it at the very top of the broadcast, but we'll dive into it a little here during the timeout. This is the third time that Trinity has faced Hardin-Simmons, and both of the earlier matchups went in favor of the Tigers. And those were 2 wins in a span of just 5 days back during Thanksgiving break. Trinity first went up to Abilene and won 76-69 on the 22nd of November. And then just 5 days later here in San Antonio, they won 81-68 on the 26th. That was still primetime football season. Maybe not many people were tuning in yet to Division III basketball, but these two teams were going at it very early on.
Yeah, they go at it very early on. And when we talked to Coach Hill about it, he was like, these were so long ago that Hardin-Simmons, they're not the same team. The Trinity Tigers, they're not the same team. So what you see here is really, even though people will try to make like they've seen each other before. Really, these are two new teams. They've been on their own journey through the season, and this is going to be a very different game than what we've seen in the past.
Definitely, and the saying always goes, it's hard to beat a good team 3 times, but Coach Hill says they're seeing it as the first time they're seeing them in the tournament, not the 3rd time all year. Out of the timeout, Milton's 3 short, and the Cowgirls going right at it. The spin from Parmer won't get it to go. Kiki Gonzalez then is fouled and takes a tumble.
And we know Coach Hill. He's not the superstitious type, so he sees every game as just that, another game. It doesn't matter if it's at home, away, who they're playing. Like we said last time, he has no competitive empathy.
First free throw on the way for Gonzalez, who rolls it home. Kiki Gonzalez doing her job yesterday, providing a spark off the bench, 9 points, 6 rebounds. And great to see her back. She had played in just one of her last 4. Dealing with some injuries here and there, but Coach Kendra Whitehead thrilled to have her back in the rotation. And the Cowgirls up 4 with 4.5 left in the first quarter. Napoli. Cowgirl bench thought she may have shuffled her feet. The bounce pass from Robbins to Milton meets the bottom of the basket. And it'll go to Hardin-Simmons.
Exactly what you want if you're the Cowgirls, because when you have both top 10 in the nation offenses on the court, the more points you can put up, the better chance you're going to outscore them.
Long pass to Wilson. Now out to Tatum, who pumps the 3, has it, knocked from behind from Maggie Robbins. And that may have already broken a record. She has 1 steal to her name. If she does get credited for 2, we'll update you once it's confirmed. But the Tigers on offense. Shipley uses the backboard to her advantage. And she is hot early. 6 points for Maggie Shipley. Tatum turning the corner. Gonzalez loses it. Had a perfect angle at it, but now Trinity headed the other direction, and Shipley takes care of business.
And this rivalry against the Cowgirls, it transcends just basketball. It's football, it's baseball. Trinity and Hardin-Simmons, there are 2 teams, 2 programs that really like to play each other.
This time around, Kiki Gonzalez handles the delivery, puts the Cowgirls back up 2. And we do have confirmation, 2 steals for Maggie Robbins early. Now the leading Tiger when it comes to steals in a single season, 127, all of them coming in this campaign. So a true record breaker Maggie Robbins is, breaking Jenna Smith's record from back in 2005. And got a hunch that she's got a few more left in her. Tigers knock it away, but it'll stay with Hardin-Simmons, and so in comes Kylie Ellsworth. Milton and Napoli also back in. Kaiser had a little bit of space, but now gets it to Parmer. Gonzalez will post up Milton, but Hale from behind ties it up. And it'll stay with Hardin-Simmons, but you are seeing right now Natasha Blizzard and Kiki Gonzalez. Every time they've gotten the ball down low, 2 defenders immediately at them.
Yeah, and they were key components of the Hardin-Simmons win against Redlands.
Straightaway 3, this time too strong for Parmer. Offensive board goes to Kiki Gonzalez. Sheree Wilson pops from mid-range and has it blocked by Hale and Milton. Foul headed the other way on Sheree Wilson.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons, number 25.
And what we are seeing early, the talent on display from both sides, offense and defense. We expect it to be neck and neck all game long. The winner of this game advancing to the Sweet 16. Tigers looking to go there for the 2nd straight year. Milton pulls up from distance and splashes it home.
Great shot from Milton there. It is what she does best.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Trinity 15, Hardin-Simmons 14. Gonzalez out to Palmer, swings it to Wilson from distance. That's pure. Hardin-Simmons back on top by 2. Double screen set for Robbins, now finds Hale. Finds Nelson in the corner. Nelson finds the bottom of the bucket. She had just 1 point yesterday, but Nelson can certainly get going in a hurry from deep. Trinity back up 1. Wilson trying to turn the corner, takes some contact, and finishes anyway. Timeout Trinity as Hardin-Simmons up 1. And Claire Hale looks to be a little shaken up. Goes straight to the trainer. So certainly hope Claire Hale is okay. Natalie Anderson comes in right away in her favor.
Yeah, we hope she's okay, but right now, Brian, we're on a seesaw. The lead has changed so many times so early on. It really shows what kind of game this is going to be.
Milton bounce pass, doesn't find anyone. It was intended for Anderson. So that'll be the 5th Trinity turnover. Not very often you say the Tigers have more turnovers than their opponents, but that's the case right now. Although maybe spoke too soon. Milton with the interception, then throws it right back. So not the cleanest 3 possessions there for either side.
Yeah, from both sides we've been seeing a lot of, well, not so stellar passing.
Another heave, this time to Wilson, and she takes a bump from Nelson. And more than anything, these are reminding me of soccer-style passes in which the players are going up for the header. But that's a very dangerous play for either team, really, to keep doing that.
Yeah, but when you have a rivalry accrued like the Cowgirls and Tigers do.
How about that block by Natalie Anderson, newly into the game, joins the block parade. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Napoli stops, finds Anderson, and gets it off the glass for 2. So Hale goes out a little hobbled. Anderson comes in. What does she do? A block and 2. Goes the other way on Wilson's 3, which is way off. And now the Tigers can have the final possession if they choose. Anderson has to be careful there, and she is. Robbins uses the Milton screen, spins but loses the ball. Now the Cowgirls have a shot, but they double dribble.
About 1.8 seconds left on the clock. If the Tigers want a shot, they're going to have to take it very fast.
Hanukkah Signs will check in with 1.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Napoli to send it in. It'll be tipped. Signs. Off the top of the backboard. No good. Both sides giving their teams an ovation. We've got lots of purple and gold, lots of maroon and white. And it is just hard to believe that we waited until 8 p.m. tonight to kick this off. A 2019 Trinity lead. And the first quarter's already over.
Yeah, we get the nightcap games, and look at that student turnout. It allows them to turn out so well. And yeah, 1 quarter flew by like that, and it's 20-19. It is so close and so very exciting.
The Trinity Tigers 27-1 on the year. Their lone loss coming to Colorado College up in the Rocky Mountains. At one point, they were on a 20-game winning streak. They were the #1 team in the country before falling. And if anyone knows a little something about 20-game win streaks being snapped at inopportune times, Hardin-Simmons had exactly that, a 20-game win streak. They were rolling through the American Southwest Conference, and then they ran into the University of Texas Dallas Comets, lost at home in the semifinals, although their really great strength of schedule and their overall record got them one of just 19 at-large bids to be here.
Yeah, they get that at-large bid, and it is well-deserved because they are a very talented program. They have a lot of good players like Natasha Blizzard, and they are showing it right now because not a lot of teams can keep up with the Tigers, but right now they are keeping up very well.
Coach Whitehead saying yesterday she knew from when she got here that this group could win an NCAA tournament game, and they finally have. Hardin-Simmons winning for the first time since 2006. So it's a moment 17 years in the making for the Cowgirls, who leave Robbins all alone in the paint. 3-point Trinity lead to kick off this second quarter. Tatum with the reception, finds Robbins, who ties it up. And make it a travel instead.
Trinity ball.
Trinity basketball, so even when she's not getting credited with a steal, Robbins still forcing turnovers.
Yeah, Maggie Robbins was such an impact player for the Tigers against UT Dallas. And she does everything well. She's everything everywhere all at once.
Napoli up and under. Bailed out by the foul that Hardin-Simmons fans did not like whatsoever.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons. Number 23, Samantha Tatum. Her first. Team's first of the second quarter. In the act of shooting at the line, 0, Josie Napoli.
First free throw good for Napoli, the sophomore from Beaverton, Oregon. Just her first season as a Tiger after transferring from Pacific Lutheran. An honorable mention in the Northwest Conference, and now fitting in right at home in the Lone Star State. Gets both free throws down to put Trinity up 5. Trinity press gets a chance to set up. Parmer there to receive it across the timeline, finds Wilson, the dump off to Blizzard, and Blizzard, no! That was everything but down. And then a collision at half court will be a blocking foul on Ellsworth. So a couple of bad breaks for the Cowgirls.
Number 20, Kylie Ellsworth. Her first, team's second of the quarter.
Shipley finds room to her left, is doubled, and it works. That late help affected the shot. And the Cowgirls trying to cut into this 5-point lead for the Tigers. Tatum has 3 around her, so she finds Ellsworth for 3. Back of the rim, Robbins clears it. Milton stripped as she goes up. Great job there by Sheree Wilson.
Trinity ball. Returning for the Cowgirls, number 1, Paris Kaiser.
Wilson, a member of the All-ASC defensive team. Forces the inbounds pass here. Kick out to Putnam in the wing. Another 3 for the Tigers. 3 out of 4 have dropped. And it's an 8-point lead in the second quarter, the largest it's been. Nearly got away. Instead, Kaiser receives it. Can't respond with a 3. And Shipley gets the board. The Cowgirls are just 3 of 10 from beyond the arc. Robbins taking it to the hole and putting it down for 2. Time out, Cowgirls, as the Tigers up 10.
Wow, it has been a great series of possessions for the Tigers. I think one of the biggest things for this Hardin-Simmons start is they're shooting 30% right now, a far cry from what they started at last time when they were at this point, when they were nearly shooting 75%. So right now, the Tigers definitely have the advantage when it comes to the area of getting the ball in the bucket.
We are just 2 minutes into this second quarter, and the Cowgirls have not scored yet. A 9-0 run for the Tigers to build this advantage. And the Tigers did this yesterday against UT Dallas. They were up by as many as 21, but the Comets did not back down. They cut it to single digits in the fourth quarter, which Coach Hill said, look, credit to UT Dallas. They didn't give up. They didn't stop fighting, but we just needed a couple of plays here and there to calm down, reset. They did, and they were able to pull off that 17-point win. Not a modest margin by any means, a very convincing win in round 1.
Yeah, absolutely not. And this Hardin-Simmons team is tough. I think you've already noticed when the Tigers played UT Dallas, they victimized the Comets and trying to get past the half-court line. The Cowgirls have had a much easier time getting past it, and we'll see what adjustments both teams make for their defense and offensive capabilities.
It was something Paris Kaiser told me yesterday. They knew the Comets would, they knew the Bulldogs of Redlands would drive them off the three-point line, so they only shot 5 of them. However, today, already 10 attempts for Hardin-Simmons, and only 3 of them have been makes. Foul called on Robbins here, trying to strip it away.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 11, Maggie Robbins, her first.
It was an interesting position for Hardin-Simmons after winning, watching, and knowing that either way it was going to be a rematch against the Comets or the Tigers. They found out late that it would be Trinity, so Coach Whitehead making her game plan that right now the Tigers are stymieing, but Parmer able to get a 3 to go, gets the Cowgirls on the board in this quarter, and makes it just a 7-point Trinity lead. Milton again pops and hits.
On the pull-up, Ashlyn Milton.
You could almost see the wheels turning too as that happened. We've seen her go straight to the bucket on those, but that time the jumper. And then the other way, Hardin-Simmons going quickly. Natasha Blizzard gets on the board. Putnam takes some contact, and it'll be against her, an offensive foul as she backed into the post, and she is not happy about it.
And for Hardin-Simmons to beat Redlands, and you mentioned how it would have been a rematch either way. It was good that they kept their heads in the game against that Redlands team, because it's easy to look ahead and say, let's get ready for the rematch, but they took care of business first against Redlands, and some lesser teams may not do that.
Ellsworth has the handles of it. Blizzard gets the and one. She was held scoreless in the first quarter, but the Blizzard blowing back into town.
Blizzard for a 3-point play.
Can't complete the 3-point play, but Natasha Blizzard looking more like herself on that possession. Napoli trying to wrap around, looking for help, finds Milton off the glass and good.
And that was a great pass by Napoli, just threading the needle there.
Kaiser has an opening, attacks the rim, tries to jump it off to Blizzard, and it'll stick with the Cowgirls. So this quarter so far, we're seeing the Cowgirls go back to the game plan against Redlands, and that was get it to Natasha Blizzard early and often. She was cutting in there, but it goes to the perimeter. Offensive foul the other way.
Offensive foul, Hardin-Simmons. Number 3, Paris Parmer. Her second, team's third. In for the Cowgirls.
Second foul
29,
against
Sheree
Parmer.
Wilson.
So she'll take a seat. Sheree Wilson back in there. 33-26, Trinity over Hardin-Simmons. The round of 32 matchup we have all been waiting for. Swing pass to Annika Signs. Little short, won't bounce in. Edmondson gathers. Now she puts on the pass to Kaiser and goes around Shipley. But a foul on the floor will keep it here. Natasha Blizzard clapping. We'll take a look at the replay. See the little bump there by Milton. That's her second, so she'll check out.
Emily Nelson replacing Milton.
Edmondson behind the back dribble, now to Kaiser. Went into the body of Napoli and then lost the ball out of bounds. So Paris Kaiser 0 for 3 from the floor, 0 points so far for the transfer from UT Dallas, who was on the first team of the conference last year. Did it again this year, this time wearing the purple and gold. Bounce pass intended for Signs, gets away, but Nelson able to recover. Putnam fakes the handoff, finds Shipley, who jets inside, going against Blizzard, and the foul against Blizzard.
Yeah, and it is never a good sign when Kaiser is being kept quiet. We saw it yesterday when the Tigers played UT Dallas, when they kept Fullenwider very quiet. You need your best players at their best in these sorts of playoff games.
Napoli will be replaced by Maggie Robbins as Maggie Shipley takes the trip to the line. And it's really an interesting new flavor to this matchup as Shipley hits the first free throw. Shipley was not active when they last faced Hardin-Simmons, and then Kaiser suffered her injury during those games. And so really for both teams, key parts that were not in the game as Sheree Wilson called for the turnover. But no doubt these two teams, you mentioned at the start, very different, and not just because they're playing better as a unit, but because they have Shipley and Kaiser back respectively.
Yeah, and when you get those players back, the team dynamic changes.
Signs can't drill the three, but Robbins gets the board and puts it back.
On the putback, Maggie Robbins.
So yesterday, Maggie Robbins had 8 rebounds, 9 steals, and 17 points, just shy of a triple-double, and she gets to work on the glass early. Another Hardin-Simmons turnover will give it back to the Tigers, and now a 10-point Trinity lead thanks to 10 Hardin-Simmons turnovers. They kept it clean in the first, now a little messier.
Yeah, it kept it messier, and the Tigers, they have 8 turnovers as well, but the Tigers, they've taken the opportunities that the Cowgirls have given them more often than the Cowgirls have.
Shipley going left, too much on the layup, rebound for Tatum, and she's able to escape the traffic. Taking it all the way, now trapped, finds Gonzalez around Putnam. Excellent finish for Kiki Gonzalez. Nelson will give it another go. Short, Wilson gets the board. Ellsworth finds Gonzalez, has the smaller Robbins on her, but has to give it up. Now Gonzalez right back with it. Went in between the Maggies there, but couldn't put it in the bucket. Perfect find, perfect finish.
From Maggie Shipley.
Boy, you turn around for one moment, and then when you look back, it seems like Addie Putnam is making a cut in the paint.
Yeah, and it is how good the chemistry is on this Tiger team that they can make those types of passes.
Edmondson, too much sauce on that three. Robbins able to clear it, and she's going to try to take it the whole way. But Edmondson knocks it loose, so a great job to recover after the missed three.
Got to be careful down there. Our own cameraman Adam almost got hit by a flying Maggie Robbins.
He is sacrificing himself for the coverage. So thank you, Adam, for giving us that great look right there. The great look for Nelson won't fall. And again, Wilson with the rebound. She has a bit of an advantage. Tatum instead takes it herself, does Wilson, and gets two. She had Tatum there in the wing for three, but Wilson said, I'm not going to mess around. Cowgirls down 8 with 2.5 remaining. Paint cleared for Shipley, goes right this time, just as right. Already into double digits is Maggie Shipley with 11. She is not messing around. In 5 of the last 6, she has been in double-digit points. Kaiser bumped and will head to the line.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 12, Addie Putnam, her third. Hardin-Simmons in the bonus.
Kaiser saying yesterday, Even though she wasn't on the Hardin-Simmons team last year that got knocked out by Trinity, it's all she's heard about for a year now, how badly this team wants it. And she says she now wants it just as badly. But right now, the points are not showing up. Still 0 on the board after that first free throw miss. Finally able to get one through. Maybe that'll get her going. Brings the Cowgirls to within 9 as we reach the 2-minute remaining mark in the second quarter. Pass can't be handled by Signs, and the Cowgirls put together a stop. Kaiser right now trying to slow the pace down a tad. Calls for a Gonzalez screen. Now some off-ball movement. Tatum calling for Gonzalez herself, but goes the other way. Runs into Robbins and gives up the ball, so not what the Cowgirls wanted. And here comes Napoli. Has Shipley on the wing. Over to Signs. We'll try the corner again. Hits the side of the cylinder. And then a foul tagged on Maggie Robbins. That should be her second.
Personal foul, Trinity, number 11, Maggie Robbins.
And this has been a very physical game so far. We've seen a lot of players on the floor, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
16 foul against Trinity, so for the remaining 126, the Cowgirls will get to shoot. This time it'll be Samantha Tatum.
In for Hardin-Simmons, number 12, Natasha Blizzard. At the line, number 23, Samantha Tatum.
Tatum, the senior from Grapevine, Texas, gets that first free throw down. Coach Kendra Whitehead describing her as steady and solid. You know exactly what you're going to get from her. This time she gets 2 free throws to pull the Cowgirls within 7. Trying to go into the locker room feeling good. Tigers have been up by as many as double digits in this half. Napoli finds Nelson. Gets a defender to fly by. Now Anderson back in the game. Napoli has single digits on the shot clock. Decides to go. Finds Anderson. A patient dribble. Gets 2.
You get the 2, you waste clock.
And an offensive foul at center court. We'll give it right back to Trinity. You may have had your eyes on the pass, but keep your eyes there on Kaiser running into Robbins. And hope Robbins is okay there. She does seem to be fine, now calling out plays. But we were just talking about Natalie Anderson. Ever since she's come into the game, she's a freshman that right there looked like a senior waiting to dribble and finish. And an offensive foul right back to the Cowgirls as Shipley tagged with the charge.
Her first.
As you said, Reed, physical, physical, physical. Looks like HSU wants to get it to Blizzard. Wilson goes into the lane. Edmondson will pull up from 3. Wide to the left. And you can hear the student section letting you know how it went. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds left in the half. Edmondson will be called for the whistle.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons, number 2, Allie Edmondson.
That'll be her first, team 6th.
Trinity in the bonus at the line, number 0, Jordan Napoli. Checking in for the Cowgirls, number 22, Aiken-Simonis.
Aiken-Simonis back in for the Cowgirls. In fact, don't think she's been in tonight. She was in there a few minutes last night. And she'll watch Napoli's first free throw miss off the back rim. Napoli, a 90% free throw shooter. Gets the second one down. Lead up to 10 with 10 seconds left. Tatum over to Simonis. She'll pull up the corner three, way over, but Blizzard cleans up the mess and gets two. Exactly what the Cowgirls wanted heading into the break, a little momentum to feel good about themselves. But so far, it has been almost entirely maroon and white. 55% from the floor are the Tigers to lead to an 8-point advantage, 43-35, as we head to the halftime break. That was quick.
Yeah, that was an exciting first half. This game right here, how close it's been, how competitive, how physical. It really shows the history between these two teams.
It'll be a 15-minute halftime break. We hope you stick around with us because we have great second half action ahead. These two teams have battled it out this year. They battled it out last year, and we don't expect either team to really run away with it. So we will head to the break, but there we go. I was about to say there was a review, but the review over quickly. The bucket will count for Hardin-Simmons, and we will head to that 15-minute halftime break. So stick around with us.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.
Welcome back to Tiger Network. Trinity 43, Hardin-Simmons 35. And we know we've been hyper-focused on what's going on in San Antonio, but read some major shockwaves coming into town from the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, Brian, there is no hope left. The reigning national champions, Hope College, lost to Wartburg 81-67.
Just a massive upset. Hope losing at home. And not only will that stun the nation, but this is our side of the bracket, Hardin-Simmons and Trinity. The winner will face Wartburg now if things go as planned. Blizzard gets the offensive board and puts it back. Have to clarify, they'll face Wartburg eventually. There'll be 4 teams in the next side of the bracket, but it is this side of the region that we are concerned about. So Hope, the defending champions, gone by, and suddenly there's an opening for the Tigers and the Cowgirls. Cowgirls trying to recover here. They do with the ball. Over to Tatum, the wing 3. Little short, board cleared by Putnam.
And whoever wins this game will go to an awaiting jumbo squad in Tufts as they beat Skidmore 59-50.
So this is what March Madness is all about. You never know what to expect. Although one thing we've come to expect is Maggie Robbins getting her way. She'll head to the charity stripe for 2 free throws.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons. Number 2, Hallie Edmondson. Her second. Team's first in the act of shooting at the line, Maggie Robbins.
The junior from Plano, Texas, drops down that first free throw in the first half. Might have missed it. But she now holds the record for most steals in a single season ever for Trinity women's basketball. 128, breaking Jenna Smith's record. And she can score as well. Gets 2 free throws to go, and the lead up to 8 now again. Kaiser, a mad dash down to Blizzard. Loose ball will go to the Tigers. You can see Kaiser trying to kick it into high gear, just 1 point in that first quarter, and not finding success in the first minute of the half.
Yeah, and you need your star players to get going in these big games like this, or else you'll have a situation like UT Dallas had where Fullenwider was kept quiet the entire game.
Shot clock reaches single digits here as Shipley handling the ball. Doubled, so she gives it up, and it's snared away by Tatum. Tatum then trapped. Parmer takes a push in the back, and that'll be a foul on Milton.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 30, Ashlyn Milton.
That's her third personal foul. Putnam also with 3 personal fouls, so some foul trouble for the maroon and white.
Yeah, they'll have to be careful at this point. And the turnovers very even. 13 for the Cowgirls, 11 for the Tigers. Now one side has been too far in the lead in that category, but no one wants to lead in that category.
And just as you say that, turnover number 14 for the Cowgirls, who had a season-high 32 turnovers the last time they faced Trinity here in Calgar Gym. A big reason for a double-digit Trinity victory. Putnam circling around the entire half-court set. Now the swing pass to Robbins, and she's bumped in the air. We've talked about those 2 Trinity wins this year, but what we haven't really highlighted is that exactly a year ago on this date, March 4th of 2022, the Trinity Tigers went into Abilene and knocked off Hardin-Simmons in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So that is yet another piece that adds to the Cowgirls' desire for revenge. Robbins gets her own miss, backs it out to Napoli from the wing, flies it home. Lead back to double digits, 11 for the Tigers. Napoli wasn't on that team, but she's trying to get back to the Sweet 16. Natasha Blizzard trying to go to work, takes the contact from Anderson, and she'll head to the line.
And we saw that a lot from all the Cowgirl players. They are not afraid to just confront the trouble that other defenses give them. They'll go through you if you give them the chance.
And Natasha Blizzard was going right through Redlands yesterday. Gets the first free throw good. She said in the post-game press conferences they knew that Hannah Jerrier of Redlands was a force to be reckoned with, but they weren't afraid. They went right into them, and what they did was they tried to have enough fakes and enough movement, as just that movement goes against Hardin-Simmons there on the missed free throw, to force some fouls, and it really worked for the Cowgirls, who are not getting much to work right now. Another Maggie Shipley layup. But they were able to get Balistreri out of the game. Hannah Jerrier really struggled. And the struggles continue tonight for Hardin-Simmons. A travel called on Paris Kaiser. So what was working so well for them yesterday going into the lane, not quite there tonight.
Yeah, not there tonight, and if you are the Cowgirls, you need to start cutting into this deficit because the Tigers have maintained a 10-point lead pretty consistently. You need to find ways to cut that down.
They're not going to do it, leaving Maggie Shipley that much room. 15 points for the senior. And so far, every lead update seems to be the largest lead of the night. It is again for Trinity. Parmer trying to cut into that, and she sure does. Parmer, the first into double digits for the Cowgirls. She gave a little clap afterward, trying to pump her team up. Napoli, the crisscross, won't drop it in. Scramble for the ball is a foul against Trinity.
Personal foul, Trinity, number 11, Maggie Robbins.
Robbins will now be called for her third.
Team's third.
Putnam lucky that it's not her fourth.
On the floor for Hardin-Simmons, number 20, Kylie Ellsworth. Number 25, Sheree Wilson.
They're trying to get it to Blizzard, but she's being denied. Cowgirls have to go elsewhere. It'll be Tatum, a corner three. Rims out. Parmer gets the rebound. Here goes Blizzard one-on-one. And she gets it home.
Strong finish, Natasha Blizzard.
You can see why they're trying to deny her the ball, but that time she was just a little stronger. Now playing defense, forces the turnover. Cowgirls get it back. Lead down to 9 for Trinity, and HSU will take over.
And we mentioned foul troubles. Josie Napoli, who fouled out in the game against UT Dallas, has no personal fouls, so she's having a much cleaner game tonight.
Blizzard trying to position herself. Parmer with the ball right now. Goes into Robbins, who is slapped
Personal foul, Trinity.
with her fourth foul there. Wanted to get the confirmation.
Team's fourth. Timeout on the floor.
And that is a big development there. You can see the stroke down will be the fourth personal foul on Maggie Robbins. So things starting to turn a little bit towards the purple and gold. The deficit down to 9, and they might have just sent Robbins to the bench for an extended period of time.
Yeah, and that is huge because Maggie Robbins, who is a very talented player, one of the most talented players in the nation, to have her right the bench for an extended period of time may hurt the Tigers, but the Tigers, they have depth. They have other people they can go to, but Maggie Robbins' presence on the court, perhaps the Cowgirls will feel a little safer with the ball in their hands.
And you get a great look at Coach Kendra Whitehead there, 5th year as head coach for the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls. And before she had a storied career as a coach, let's look at how she did as a player to really understand that she sure knows what she is talking about. A 2-time first-team All-American. She was the Texas Woman of the Year in the state of Texas. That was an award given by the NCAA. She was also the D3 Player of the Year, won the Wade Trophy in the whole nation, and she did all of that as a Hardin-Simmons Cowgirl. So she has returned to her alma mater and has led the Cowgirls back to a NCAA tournament win for the first time since 2006. So she wasn't a part of that last win in 2006. She graduated a little bit before then, but Coach Kendra Whitehead, who was once Kendra Anderson as a player, doing real work, leading the Cowgirls. Trying to draw up something out of this timeout. Cowgirls keeping it outside the perimeter before finding Blizzard. Goes straight into Anderson, but Anderson's defense deflects it before an offensive rebound gets the putback. Lead down to 7 for the Tigers. Shipley, her dribbling will lead to an out-of-bounds ball, but it'll stay with the Tigers. A 7-0 run right now for Hardin-Simmons. HSC wanted to travel there. Tigers still with it. But Sheree Wilson gets it away. A foul on the loose ball recovery goes against Wilson.
Number 25, Sheree Wilson. Her second, team's third.
Kick out to Napoli from distance. Rattles out. Sheree Wilson has the board, and now the Cowgirls are running 2-on-1. Blizzard, the pass, the contact, the foul.
Personal foul, Trinity. 44, Maggie Shipley. Her second, team's fifth. At the line for Hardin-Simmons, number 12, Natasha Blizzard. Checking in for Trinity, number 10, Monica Sines, replacing 12, Putnam.
First free throw good for Blizzard, who said she's just so happy her team finally got a tournament win. No one on this team knew what it felt like. Now they do, and they want more, but the second free throw, no good. Lead down to 6 for Trinity with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Shipley draws 2 defenders, has to find some help. The pass nearly gets away. Nelson able to find it. Offense not as rhythmic as it usually is for Trinity right now. Hardin-Simmons really stepping up. Parmer all over Shipley now. Ellsworth stops the dribble. Wilson gets the steal, and here comes Hardin-Simmons again. Volleyball style play there, ends up back with Wilson. She loses her dribble. Napoli trying to get on her, but Tatum pops up for the rescue, and it pops out like a whack-a-mole. Now the Tigers going the other way. Shipley fouled on the way up, nearly got it down. That's one Samantha Tatum's gonna want back.
Yeah, and right now, Trinity definitely likes that 3-minute scoring drought for them right now. The offense has gone a little cold.
Trying to let you hear a little of the bickering back and forth between the Cowgirl and Tiger fans. Just a 4-hour drive down from Abilene. And after they won yesterday, we have more purple and gold in the stands. Not happy to see Shipley at the line, hitting her first free throw. That'll be her 16th point. Make it 17. Lead back up to 8. Ellsworth gets around the swipe. Now dealing with the ferocious Napoli on her. Elaine King, newly in the game, tasked with guarding Blizzard. The bounce pass to Wilson. Hits the side of the rim, and Elaine King escapes with the rebound.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons, number 12, Natasha Blizzard.
Blizzard tagged with the foul, her second.
Team's fifth.
And it'll be the team's 5th. So with 2:56 to go, 2:55 to go, the Tigers will shoot from the line.
Yeah, they'll shoot from the line, and they want to get these easy points as much as they can because they struggled in the third quarter against UT Dallas yesterday. And right now, the offense definitely not as explosive as it was in the first half. They're looking to get things back on track.
First free throw, no good for Elaine King, the first year from Cedar Park. Able to rainbow that one home. Did not play yesterday, did not score in the SCAC tournament, yet Cam Hill goes to her, yet again showing the trust he has in his team. Napoli on top of Ellsworth, able to get some separation, and then a foul against King. And you can see Whitehead waving for it. That will also be free throws for the Cowgirls, who are in the bonus.
Hardin-Simmons in the bonus at the line, 24, Kiki Gonzalez.
Gonzalez swirls the nets with the first free throw. Sophomore from Hermleigh, Texas. Gets both free throws, and she's very familiar with this Cal Guard court. Led the team with 11 in her team's loss back in November. She's up to 7. Cowgirls getting contributions from just about everyone in the game. Nelson handling the ball now. Gets it back to Shipley. Uses her left to perfection.
On the drive, Maggie Shipley.
That's her dominant side. It's where she wants to go, and it's where she got to go. Palmer gets Napoli in the air. Now King defending Gonzalez, and she wins this matchup. Tigers trying to run. Now Nelson slows it down, and Napoli will call the play. Pops up from 3 and splashes it down. Timeout Trinity to soak in the moment. 12-point Trinity lead, and Cam Hill is pumped up. What a great look at Coach Hill there. In his 11th year leading the Together Trinity Tigers, and he has to be enjoying this crowd tonight.
Oh, he definitely is, and you can hear them right now. There's a lot of football players in the stands, maybe a little reminiscent of the playoff game that the Trinity football team played against those Hardin-Simmons Cowboys.
They announced that this will turn into the media timeout as well, so we'll be here a few seconds with you. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Trinity up by 12 on Hardin-Simmons, and Josie Napoli hitting that last 3 ahead of the break. What a weapon she has become, transferring from Pacific Lutheran. And in a moment right now, Reed, that Maggie Robbins had to step to the bench with 4 fouls, you leave a ball handler with Napoli's capabilities of driving to the rim and popping up from 3 like she just did.
Yeah, and this is what makes these Trinity Tigers different from Redlands. When Redlands lost Balistreri, a very key player, they looked completely different. They looked like the offense had just left the building. But with these Tigers, with their depth, they can place anyone in there. It's a next man up type mentality. And right now, they're starting to find the offense very fast. They're 5 for their last 7 shots.
And Coach Hill describing Josie Napoli this year, saying it took some time for her to feel comfortable knowing that her teammates trusted her. And once she did, it has been full speed ahead. Cowgirls clean up the offensive board. Wilson with the putback. Nelson saw King for a moment trying to get it to her, now has to back it out. King really wants position there. Instead, look at the space for Maggie Shipley. 21 points for Maggie Shipley, rapidly approaching a season high. Pass tip by Nelson. It'll stick with Hardin-Simmons. But things are clicking for the maroon and white again after a dry spell in this quarter. Allowed HSU to cut it to 6. It is doubled back up. Palmer trying to make something happen. Goes into the body of Shipley. No foul called. Wilson recovers, and a foul on Elaine King. This crowd thought it was a swat.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 22.
Instead, a pair of free throws coming up. Sure, we'll get a look at the replay.
In the bonus at the line, number 25, Sheree Wilson.
But as we wait on that, Sheree Wilson preparing for her free throws.
And for the Cowgirls, number 12, Natasha Blizzard.
Coach Whitehead saying she's just someone who's so athletic and smooth. Makes what she's doing look easy, but it is certainly not. Gets that first free throw to go.
32, Natalie Anderson.
She was a key component to the win yesterday. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and now in double digits with 10 points. Make it 11. Yet another senior stepping up for HSU. The kick ball will keep it with the Tigers. Gonzalez wanted to run. With 30 seconds left in the third quarter, Trinity up 10.
Yeah, Napoli just kind of shoes shining it off of Gonzalez there.
There's a swat. Sheree Wilson. Nelson triggers it in again. Anderson. Now Shipley will take her time. The moves are just too much right now for Hardin-Simmons to handle defensively. Maggie Shipley is doing just about anything she wants with the ball.
Yeah, and she's able to weave through defenses. She's strong. She can push people out of the way. And it's what makes her so very effective, and that's why she's leading the Tigers in scoring tonight.
That free throw hits the lip of the rim. Maggie Shipley with 21 points already at 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Misses both, but there's Elaine King to clean it up. Tigers get another chance, but they don't take advantage. Sheree Wilson there. Now in transition, Wilson looking for help. Won't find it. Shipley has it. Puts it up. And misses on the backboard. So a flurry to end the third quarter. One that saw Hardin-Simmons cut it to 6 at one point. But the Tigers back up 10 with 10 minutes to go in this game.
Yeah, and right now, as you see those stats on your screen, the Tigers are shooting better than the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls, they need to start getting some shots in the bucket because right now, like we said before, the Tigers have had a double-digit lead and they have just kept it going. If the Cowgirls want to catch up, they really need to start cutting into that deficit.
It's been an impressive offensive performance for the Tigers. Sorry about that, folks. Wanted to keep it right here during the break, but instead you were getting a look at a commercial, and now we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Trinity up by 10. Shipley dumps it off, but it's intercepted by Blizzard. She nearly rolls it away, but the Cowgirls recover, and it's do or die time now for these teams. The drop-off for Parmer, back to Kaiser. Number one with 1 point. Gets it to Parmer. Her triple short. Tries to recover, but will not. So right now, Hardin-Simmons, leading scorer, averaging 12 points a game, has just 1. They're going to need more from Kaiser if they want to come back in this one. Tigers back with 3 starters out there, joined by Elaine King and Natalie Anderson, 2 first years. Shipley finds King, mid-range look. Won't arch home, but Anderson gets the board. Putnam fouled as she goes to the rim. But Reed, we have been here all season long, and in just about every game, Coach Hill, no matter the score, no matter the moment, going to his first year, saying they need to get built in big moments, none bigger than this, and he has full confidence that they can do the work.
Yeah, and he's been able to play them in games where the Tigers have been ahead by a lot, like against Southwestern.
There's King with the board, but she loses the pass and gives it back to Hardin-Simmons.
And when you're able to play your first years like that, you really build their confidence. So when you come to playoff time, they're able to enter into the game and not feel nervous, not feel as stressed out.
The senior, Palmer, misses badly on that 3. Shipley twisting and turning, putting it up and putting it down.
Basket inside, Maggie Shipley.
Skip pass to Palmer, over to Tatum. She cuts inside, gets Milton to fly by, and rolls it in. A beautiful move by Tatum.
Basket inside, Samantha Tatum.
She's up to 9 points with 5 rebounds. Putnam hands it off to Milton. Right back to Putnam. A lot of congestion on this near side of the court. So they get it over to the other side. Anderson one-on-one. Takes care of business.
Natalie Anderson.
Kaiser out to Wilson. Gets Milton in the air, but she loses the ball in the process. Shipley full steam ahead. Drops it to Putnam, but it's deflected. Anderson recovers, and she'll head to the line.
And that was a gutsy steal attempt by Putnam, who already has 3 personal fouls. Could have easily drawn another one, but to get that ball out, it allows for that possession to happen.
Checking in for the Cowgirls, number 24, Kiki.
So Natalie Anderson, the first year from San Jose, we saw her hit a big shot yesterday, and we said it was her first 3 of her career. Well, there was a revision at halftime that actually negated that, so still no 3 for Natalie Anderson, but doing key work in key minutes right now, hitting the first free throw and hitting the second to put Trinity up 14. Another timeout on the floor, and with 7:32 remaining, the Tigers feeling good thanks to their first years.
Yeah, they're feeling good right now, up by 14. And the Cowgirls, they've just been behind by that 10 points for the longest time now. And if they're going to pull this game back, they need to find a way for the offense to really get clicking, have all their star players going, because right now, Paris Kaiser still only has 1 point. She's been very quiet tonight, and maybe that's just a testament to how the Trinity defense has been really taking on the Cowgirls.
And I want to keep the focus on the first years right now for Trinity because it has become a key story in this game. There are 5 of them, 5 freshmen here at Trinity called first years, and they've been a little unit all year long. Since there are 5 of them, they have played as a team in practice, and they're on the number 1 team in the country for a minute. Now they're number 5. They're going up against that starting unit, even against the reserves, as a unit of 5 freshmen. And what that has done is it has built them up, it has given them that confidence, and talk about testing themselves from the start of their career. And now, in a round of 32 matchup, 2 first years, Natalie Anderson and Elaine King, showing up for Cam Hill, and out of this timeout, they remain on the court.
Yeah, they say out of the frying pan into the fire, and nothing is truer than that a first-year experience on this women's basketball team for Trinity.
Kaiser gets some contact, and she'll head to the free throw line. And it really is such a stark contrast right now because on the other end, Hardin-Simmons is about as experienced as you can get. They have seniors everywhere you look, and if you remember that matchup last year in the playoffs, well, Hardin-Simmons has almost their entire team back. 7 of the 8 players that contributed in that game are back for Hardin-Simmons. For Trinity, just 4 of them that played in that game are in this one. Experience was something Coach Whitehead thought might be an advantage, but so far it has not been.
Yeah, not so far. But for Trinity, with the point leader, Maggie Shipley, with 23 points, it really shows that even now that she's a relatively new starter for starting games, she's really taken the role of a leader on the court.
She has had the ball most of this possession, now gets it to Milton, tries a slick pass to King, but it gets away. A little slam on the court, but they'll run back together. Seven minutes left. Hardin-Simmons trying to avoid a sweep at the hands of the Tigers. Sheree Wilson met by Milton, who knocks it away for the moment. Wilson still has it, making the corner turn. And the contact will send her for 2 free throws.
Personal foul, Trinity. Number 22, Elaine King. Her third, team second. In the act of shooting at the line, Sheree Wilson.
First free throw down for Sheree Wilson, one of those seniors. Has appeared in all 27 games for Hardin-Simmons. Gets both free throws down. Just her 6th double-digit performance scoring-wise, and it came at a pivotal time for Coach Whitehead. Can she keep it going? Makes the deficit 10 for now. Tigers on offense. King has some room, goes to Gonzalez, and uses the window for some dressing.
From Milton.
Tatum will give it a shot. Her floater perfect as well. Offense is stepping up in the final frame. Milton takes a hit to the deck, gets right back up. Now sets the screen for Putnam. Parmer comes flying in to knock it loose. It'll stay with the Tigers. Cam Hill in possession of it there. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Milton sees it, uses the screen, trying to break free. Scoops it up and scoops it in.
The shot clock, Ashlyn Milton.
Kaiser trying to go quickly, hits the front of the cylinder, and Putnam recovers it. Shipley, razzle dazzle, but an offensive foul.
Offensive foul, Trinity. Number 44, Maggie Shipley.
That'll be her 4th foul. So yet another Tiger in some key foul trouble.
Yeah, a lot of Tigers in the 3 to 4 foul range. Ashlyn Milton, Elaine King, Addie Putnam, all with 3 fouls on the court right now.
Parmer faked the 3, finds Kaiser from the wing. Little short. Board goes to the Cowgirls. And after an extended absence, Maggie Robbins back in the game, Josie Napoli right alongside her. And for the Tigers to still be up 12, having missed Robbins for that long, says a lot about their depth.
It says a lot about their depth, but the Cowgirls, they've done well to draw fouls on key players for the Tigers.
And look, immediately the robber back in the game gets the steal. Napoli doubled, so she dumps it to Anderson.
Natalie Anderson from Napoli.
And it is hard to find the words for what these freshmen are doing. Anderson and King. Robbins pokes it away, but Blizzard able to get the dish and the dime.
From Wilson.
Time out on the floor by Hardin-Simmons. Kendra Whitehead trying to settle things down. Cowgirls down 12 with 4.5 to go.
And here's the thing, you can't say that Hardin-Simmons is out of it because they certainly aren't. But the Tigers, they just seem like they've been controlling this game from tip-off. And for the Cowgirls, Natasha Blizzard, 4 personal fouls. That's a key player in foul trouble, along with Maggie Robbins with 4 personal fouls. And the game scoring leader, Maggie Shipley, with 4 personal fouls. We could be seeing players getting booked one after another, coming down to the wire here in CalGuard.
Coach Whitehead hoped that the defining moment of her team season would be to be determined. And that is because she hoped it would be that UT Dallas loss in the semifinal of the conference tournament, stunned at home by the Comets. They were able to get this at-large bid, won against Redlands, and the Cowgirls really were hoping to keep that ride going. Still some time left to work, but the Tiger is so hard to beat on their home court. Over to Robbins. Surveying her options, decides she's the best one, but the shot won't go. Kaiser trying to get it going late. Gets the layup to roll in. Cowgirls want to see more and more of that. Napoli loses the dribble, gets it to Milton so that she can take over. Milton will spot up from 3. Absolutely pure for the best three-point shooter in Trinity history. Adds another to her column. Kaiser tries to answer, but she is well off. And the clock about to hit 3 minutes. Trinity up 13. Napoli using the screen. Gets Blizzard in the air. Now Milton again. Gets closer to home. Dumps it to King. Robbins. Mid-range look. Gets 2.
And Elaine King has had some very key screens. Was able to get Milton that look for that 3. And able to get the ball to Maggie Robbins.
Parmer trying to save her team season will head to the line. Paris Parmer doesn't get much better than her. Last year, the MVP in the American Southwest Conference. And asked her coach, did she feel a little pressure with that? As let's take a moment to hear that standing ovation for Elaine King. Masterful job. But back to Parmer. Coach Whitehead said, yeah, it did add a little pressure knowing that you were the MVP in the conference. But at the end of the day, number 3 right there on your screen, she cares so much about helping her team win that it did not faze her at all. She's come back stronger than ever. And even though sometimes she doesn't put up the points or the rebounds that others in the conference do, it is what she does across the board that earned her an MVP last year and a first-team selection this season. And she has shown up tonight, leading the Cowgirls with 15 points. Trying to make sure these 2.5 aren't the final of her career. Robbins wraps it to Anderson, a 3. Short, but Robbins gets the offensive board. Every second absolutely critical for Hardin-Simmons. Just over 2 minutes left. Shipley goes left and gets 2 more. With 25 points, Maggie Shipley, a new season high, and what a time to do it. A foul here on the Hardin-Simmons drive, but Maggie Shipley had 23 in the loss to Colorado College. Now she has 25 in what she hopes she'll remember a whole lot more fondly.
Yeah, and she has been absolutely spectacular in this game for the Tigers. She has a big chunk of their points to her name.
Kaiser swishes home the free throw. Trying to will that one home, won't. You can see her leaning as soon as she released it. Missed free throws, the last thing these Cowgirls need. Crisscross applesauce. Robbins takes the contact, loses it, but it'll stay with Trinity. Looking for the foul on Blizzard there. Would have been her 5th. Instead, she'll trigger it in from the baseline. Kaiser wanted the elbow pushed on Napoli. Instead, she's going to be the one tagged with the foul.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons, number 1, Paris Kaiser.
But Hardin-Simmons is going to have to do that several more times. Tigers not yet in the bonus, just 3 fouls on Hardin-Simmons. So if they want them to shoot, they're going to have to foul quickly. And there it is. And Kaiser looks surprised.
Personal foul, Hardin-Simmons, number 1, Paris Kaiser. Is her 4th.
Her 4th foul, so she along with Blizzard will be out with the next one. A minute and a half left. Trinity up 14. Shot clock in single digits. Shipley turns the corner and finds 2 more.
On the drive.
The marvelous Maggie Shipley doing it again. Palmer puts up the key 3. No good. Rebound by Anderson. And with 60 ticks left, the Tigers starting to sense it. Still no foul. Robbins has plenty of time. Shipley puts up the wing 3. It goes! How sweet it is! Blizzard puts in the layup for 2. But around 30 points for Maggie Shipley, including that last 3. And it's all but done now. Tigers moving it around. A magical 27-1 season. Napoli, the layup goes.
Chelsea Napoli.
Palmer, one more shot, no good. Rebound, Milton. And sweet dreams are made of wins. The Trinity Tigers punch their ticket to the Sweet 16.
That will conclude the 2023 NCAA Division III Women's Basketball San Antonio Regional Championship.
A roundhouse kick of the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls provides them a clean sweep of their rivals from Abilene.
Congratulations to Hardin.
And there are going to be 16 teams remaining in the country, Reed. One of them, the Trinity University Tigers.
And this is absolutely a statement win by the Tigers because they beat HSU by a pretty good amount. So, in the pod for the Sweet 16 that the Tigers will face Christopher Newport, Wartburg, and Tufts.
And you caught a glimpse there of Cam Hill thanking the student section for showing up. What a weekend it has been, Reed, going through UT Dallas, going through Hardin-Simmons. Truly the queens of the Lone Star State now. There is no doubt about that. But now they're hoping to take it national. And with those teams you just mentioned, there are some rumblings. There are some dominoes falling. We could have some Sweet 16 action in CalGuard Gym. We don't know but we may find out soon. An 88-69 win for the Trinity Tigers, led by Maggie Shipley, their senior superstar, a season-high 30 points, and she just did everything. You'll see some highlights on your screen, so many of them featuring 44, and we want to make sure to tell you that you'll hear from both sides right now on Tiger Network, so don't go anywhere. Hardin-Simmons and Trinity will have press conferences live on Tiger Network, so we'll tune out for now. But Reed, just one last thought on what we saw this weekend.
This weekend has been great, and Trinity really proves that they're the top team in the Lone Star State, like you said. And to the Sweet 16 they go. They were stopped in that pod last time, and they are looking to push even further beyond.
The football team eliminated Hardin-Simmons to go to the round of 16. The women's basketball team does the same. Congratulations to Hardin-Simmons on a fabulous season. 24-4 will be the final record, a perfect conference record in the regular season, and an NCAA tournament win for the first time in 17 years. Nothing but brightness ahead in Abilene for Coach Whitehead and the Cowgirls, but tonight the Trinity Tigers get to celebrate at home. For Reed Rosales, I'm Brian Yanselson. Thank you to everyone who made this broadcast happen, and don't go anywhere because, again, press conference is coming right up here.
I'm San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg. I am a Trinity University alum, and I want you to know about my passion for these two vibrant communities. My alma mater is now a nationally recognized liberal arts university, offering fully integrated arts, humanities, STEM, and professional programs. Grounded in the liberal arts, Trinity graduates students who think critically, act meaningfully, and contribute confidently throughout their careers. As for San Antonio, Trinity is an oasis in the heart of a city that serves as a cultural bridge to the Americas. We are a diverse community that values inclusion and welcomes intellectual curiosity and spirited debate. We're a city that challenges convention and welcomes new ideas. Great things are happening at Trinity University, in San Antonio, and through all our connections to our multicultural world. Join me in being part of this exciting moment.
What's it say?
We had 5 people in double figures again.
Those Twin Towers. I love them.
Oh, that was ridiculous. And they're just ready.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
just
they've
fucking
been
ready.
ready.
Ready? All right. Hello, everybody. We're here with the Trinity Tigers, moving on to the Sweet 16 after a victory over Hardin-Simmons, 88-69. We'll start with head coach Cameron Hill in the middle. How sweet does it feel to be headed back to the Sweet 16?
It's an incredible feeling, and I think only to be matched by the energy in the gym tonight. I don't know if I can thank Trinity enough. Everybody that had a hand in the gym being as full and as energetic as it was all weekend long. Credit to you guys, man. That was outstanding. I get to see them play every single day. I know how special they are, but now I think people are picking up on it, and it's just a wonderful thing to see Trinity step up for their teams like they did this weekend.
And for viewers at home, you have Ashlyn Milton to your left, Maggie Shipley to your right, and we'll go to Maggie Shipley. A season-high 30 points, and it seemed like everything was working for you tonight. Did it feel that way for you?
I mean, yeah, it felt pretty good. I felt like I could drive on the defenders, and I felt like they were giving me the angles, so I just kept going with it, and the ball was going in, so I'm glad it did go in.
And you see what the defense tries to do, right? They try to cut you off left, they try to cut you off right, send 2 defenders. None of it fazed you tonight. What has that preparation been like for you for a moment this big?
I mean, to be honest, it's all about reading the defender. I don't know why they started pressuring me so much in that second half. To be honest, it's easier for me to get my drive once they get up on me, so that felt pretty good. I knew they were pressuring me to go right. I like my right hand. I'm right-handed. I just like my left a little more.
Ashlyn Milton, nobody has made more threes than you, and you waited till the very end to get another one that really got the gym going. What was it like? Your coach said, that crowd, but what was it like when you hit that big shot?
It felt amazing. I think we talked about it before the game, but the energy was there, and you can feel those peak moments, and they didn't come over that screen, and it was time to let it rip, so I did.
Coach Hill, all year we've talked about your first years and how you want to give them big moments in big minutes in the regular season to build up for something like this. While Elaine King and Natalie Anderson stepped up tonight, you see the giggle right now. I mean, just how does that make you feel to see that?
Total team effort right there, honestly. They show up to practice every day and work, and these knuckleheads right here do such a great job of setting the example of it's a relentless pursuit of competitive excellence. That's the only thing I can say about it. You know, we go hard at each other all the time, and they stand up to it in practice every day. And there's never been a time all season long where I've hesitated to play them if we needed them. And tonight we needed them, and I think the glimpse of the future was pretty exciting for Tiger fans. That was an outstanding performance by those 2 young ladies.
Yeah, and Maggie Robbins out an extended period of time with those 4 fouls. Did you flinch one bit?
Nah, you know, it's awesome to have great players, and it's awesome to have great players that also make your other players ready for big moments. And Rob did her job tonight because she's done it all week in practice. Whoever has to play when she's out is going to do a good job because that's the way we build this. And, you know, we play hard, and we're going to foul, and it's part of it. And we have to know on our bench that when somebody gets in foul trouble, it's time to step up and go get it done. And they did tonight in a big way.
Ashlyn and Maggie, we'll start with Ashlyn and then Maggie. So much of the year has been about getting back to where you were last year, but I know you all have taken it one game at a time. But can you let it sink in that it is a trip back to the Sweet 16 now?
Absolutely. I think that we've been envisioning this moment for a while, but we have our sights set on something bigger, and I think it's one round at a time, and I believe in this team more than any team I believed in. I swear this has a special moment right now.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, like we said, one game at a time, but it's really, really hard when we have a team like this. Like, I've been waiting for this moment to make it to the Sweet 16 all season.
The saying goes, it's hard to beat a tough team 3 times, right? But you did it. How were you able to do a team that you respect so much like Hardin-Simmons?
I respect Hardin-Simmons way more than I respect that narrative. That's not something that we talk about ever. I think the thing that comes out when people talk about beating a team 3 times is when coaches are making excuses before the game even starts. It's one game at a time. Doesn't matter how many times we've played them in the past. All we have to do is prepare for this particular game, and that's what we do every single time. I don't care how many times we play anybody. I'll play anybody anytime. We're built different, and I think that showed tonight.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Hill, Ashlyn Milton, Maggie Shipley. Tigers, moving on.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Hey, I only got one good eye.
That's a lie. It just looks like. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, thank you. I'm really nice.
You asked some good questions. You're really good at your job.
You're amazing at your job. You're
Congrats, guys. You say so.
The announcement was amazing. We could understand everything. It was great.
Hopefully that's not.
we're here with the Hardin-Simmons Cowgirls. Just fell to the Trinity Tigers 88-69. We'll start with Coach Whitehead if you want to give a little opening statement.
Congrats to Trinity. I thought they played a great game. Through this process and even after having played them in November, I watched pretty much all of their games throughout the season, and that's probably the best one I've seen them play. So congrats to them just for being ready to go, protecting their home court, and we'll wish them best as they move forward. Moving on from that, I'm just so proud of my kids. We have an awesome group. They're about the right things. They do things the right way. They play an amazing style of basketball, and they handle themselves with class in all situations. Win or lose, up or down, they always do the right thing. And they just make me so proud. I'm really kind of hurting a lot for them because I feel like I could have done more in this one, and we'll live with regret for about a year.
Yeah, I had a big senior class this year, losing a few of them out of that. Just overall getting to have one last dance with them. Your little girl, freshman girls that you got to recruit. Just, I know we've talked about it all season, but just give it one last time of getting to see them in the jerseys.
Yeah, that's tough. It's like bittersweet. They're part of that first recruiting class, and they've done so much to put our program back on the map. I mean, even the fact that we're in this situation playing in the round of 32 in a game like this says a lot about those girls. And so it's been fun to watch them play. It's been fun to watch them grow and to kind of rebuild Cowgirl basketball. I'm hoping that we're not losing all of them. I don't think that we are, but we'll definitely still be sad to those that are moving on.
Paris, just tell me about this experience, and getting to put Hardin-Simmons on the map. Since 2006, you guys haven't made it to around 32, and just getting to do that with this team, how's that been? How's that felt?
Well, I'm just glad that Coach Whitehead here recruited me freshman year, and it was the best decision I've made because she cares so much about us on and off the court. Like, she is a woman of character, and she has instilled all of her qualities on us, and I just look up to her as a role model on and off the court. And just each year we've improved every single year, and that's all you can ask for, just get better every single year, and that's what we've done, and I couldn't be more proud of our program.
There's still some good things to take away from this game today. There is just overall, like, your bench just came out and performed for you guys. You still had points off turnovers, points in the paint, like you guys can do. Just talk about your offensive production today. I know it wasn't the best in the second half, but the first half really showed the Cowgirl basketball that you guys are.
Well, after playing Trinity twice, we were like, all right, third time they're not going to kill us on their press. So that's what we worked on, and I can say we did a heck of a job today not letting it get in our head, and so I'm really proud of us for that. I thought we could have gotten to the line a lot more, but, it is what it is. I think we just played one heck of a game. We never gave up, and that's all you can ask.
And this last thing for me, Kendra, just one last time, overall this season, the snowball effect that we always talk about, it'll get bigger next season, right? The ball will get bigger and just keep getting bigger downhill, just kind of.
That's the plan, and we talk about that in basketball and in seasons, but ultimately my job is to teach these girls about life, and so the snowball is about growth throughout your life. No matter what adversity you face, you need to keep growing, you need to keep fighting. Last year our big theme was fight, so we just talked in the locker room about, you're going to leave here having made some best friends that you'll have forever, but hopefully you also learned how to handle the hard things that come at you throughout your life and your career, perhaps family or health issues, because it's a lot bigger than basketball, and that's why I coach. That's why I feel I've been called to Hardin-Simmons, and it's just kind of part of my ministry. So hopefully she made me tear up when she was talking about it, so I feel like some of that's at least having a lasting effect.
You've done a good job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Coach Whitehead, you had high praise for Trinity. You said that was the best you've seen of them, and that's saying a lot for a team that has lost only one. So I'm curious, from your perspective, what did Trinity do so well?
They just scored it really well because I didn't think our defense was really that bad. They don't always shoot like that. And then you saw like the third quarter yesterday where the wheels kind of fell off. They were turning the ball over a little bit. I thought that was a little bit self-inflicted yesterday, and we really didn't see a stretch like that today. So it was more of a complete game. than I've seen Trinity play in a while, but which we know they're capable of, and if they do that, they're very explosive, and look out for them in the tournament.
Any final message for Cowgirl Nation?
We love you. We're thankful that it happened. That was one of the other things I said in there. You know, we're sad right now because we love it, and we're intense, and we're competitors, and it hurts when it ends, but we are very thankful that it happened. It's been a long time since Cowgirl basketball has been to the round of 32, so we have a lot to be very proud of. It's been a long time just making it back to the tournament, and that's the ultimate goal now every year, so our standards are being raised every year, but I'm super proud of our kids.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to Hardin-Simmons. Tournament win for the first time in 17 years. Congrats on a great season.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Played your butt off.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Congratulations. Thank you for your time. Thank you again for everything. Really nice to meet you.
Her and I like ice cream. She can always go for chocolate ice cream. And so we like to get chocolate wasted. So that's what that was.
Really nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too.
I'm sure Hardin-Simmons and Trinity will